Shalom, bear with us.
So,
He can't hear you. How's the video? Doing good.
all right, cool. So, Shalom. Experiencing some technical difficulties, but Lord willing, the Most High, had the stream operate decent. So first and foremost, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha, Kodash.
Double honors unto the apostles and elders of great millstone who rule well. Salutations to you sincere and hopefully like Akim, Ma'a, Arabai, Alak, which is to say 144,000 in the Lashma Kodash. All right, that's what we are striving to be a part of.
That's right.
So as you see from the title, we're just gonna get into prophecy. Lockdown's coming back worse than 2020 because Esau is going for the gusto. All right, the elites have no choice but to go for the gusto of being that we're approaching the end of their rulership. All right, so with all these outbreaks of the hantavirus, Ebola, and I believe there's another one. All these so-called viruses and outbreaks is nothing more than, the play that Esau ran with so-called COVID.
Yep.
Times two. As a matter of fact, a brother had put out a list of somebody look up every 6 years a new virus or something like that. A brother put out a picture of every 6 years there's some new virus that Esau hits society with, and uses that to have people conform further into this beast system. Okay, so this is nothing more than all right, once again, because that was 6 years ago. As fast as that went by, that was 6 years ago. Real quick, Tawab, can you grab that Jeremiah 30:7?
Yep. It's Jeremiah 30:7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it.
Okay.
So read that again.
Yep. Jeremiah 30:7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it.
Right. So we're in Jacob's trouble now, but it's only going to get worse. All right. Jacob's trouble is only going to intensify and increase, which is going to affect Israelites. The fact that the scripture said it's Jacob's trouble, meaning that the hell that's about to come on the earth, all right, here in America, not only is it going to affect Esau and the heathen, but for the 2/3 that, don't want to get right with the Heavenly Father and turn from their wicked ways and serve Yahweh Shem Shai, that is a judgment the Lord has prescribed for you.
Mm-hmm.
But there's going to be a remnant that's going to be saved out of, the perilous times that we're approaching. All right, which is why we serve the Lord and do what we do in hopes that we are spared from, what's to come on the earth.
Yep.
All right. If you want to read that list after you find your scripture.
Yep. This list says every 6 years a virus, starting in 2002, SARS-1, 2008 swine flu, 2014 Ebola, 2020 COVID or SARS-2, 2026 hantavirus.
Yeah. So every 6 years, Esau goes to the freezer. The what they call it, crino lab or crino something. They go to the freezer and pull out that bottle. When they open that freezer, the smoke come out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And they pull out a vial and fucking give it to a pilot so he can put it on a damn. In the chemtrails or some shit. You know what I'm saying? So this is nothing more than Esau blowing the dust off a old page in his playbook. All right. Now with that, despite it being pretty much a psyop, a psychological operation, Esau's going to, and whether the people know or not, and most of society knows that society don't trust the government. All right, at this, you know what I'm saying? And then even after COVID, you still have people bugged out believing in the government. But what took people to wake up was Trump getting elected the second time.
Right.
Them realizing that damn, he threw everybody under the bus.
Right.
That's the only thing that has forced these people to the Babylonian population to actually say, we're and you can't trust shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But Esau's gonna use these pandemics to bring about the world he wants. All right. So go ahead. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Was you still reading?
No, that was it on it.
Okay. You had made mention how, because we was talking about how Jacob's trouble is coming, but there's going to be a remnant that is saved. So that made me think of this scripture right here. This is Isaiah chapter 10, starting at verse 20. It says, "And it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob shall no more again stay upon him that smote them."
Yeah. So we're in a time where we're turning back to serve the Lord. All right. We're not going to Esau. Like when the pandemic happened, a lot of our people trusted in Esau and got vaccinated.
Yep.
And a lot of them is dead now.
Right.
Or their arteries currently is clogged with rubber band like substance.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? That's stopping their blood flow. Causing heart attacks, the lightheadedness, dizziness. There was a term the Bishop Elder Cesarewan mentioned from their live camp this past week. It's like a medical term for what those people that took that jump shot is experiencing. All right, and pretty much it's cutting off blood flow, operating properly, flowing through your body properly. So we're in the times when this ain't the time to trust in Esau's medical system or be boo-boo fool, believing whatever Esau puts on the news and you just blindly accept.
Right. Just going along with it.
Right.
Like as if the Tuskegee experiment didn't happen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That was not that long ago, man, and they was tearing Jake up with that shit.
Yeah. Yep.
It says, "But shall stay upon the Lord Yahweh, the Holy One of Israel, in truth."
Right. So we stay upon Yahweh Shem Shai. Okay, that's who we look to.
Yeah.
It says, "The remnant shall return, even the remnant of Jacob, unto the mighty power. For though thy people Israel be as the sand of the sea, yet a remnant of them shall return, and the consumption decree shall overflow with righteousness."
So right now.
Our people are vast. It's the time of Jacob's trouble. Our people are about to be greatly afflicted with the things that's upon the earth, man. Because not only is there more virus and disease that's popping up that Esau's pumping, but we're still coupled with the wars and the rumors of wars and how that is going to bring hell upon the economy.
Yeah.
And how our people are going to have to suffer through that type of stuff. Don't act as if you don't have a portion of Edomites banding together saying that they are superior again. Like as if the what do they call it, the Christian nationalism, as if that's not a thing that's rising still. You know what I'm saying? Or the maggers. Don't act like you don't still have hardcore maggers that's out there. All right, it's going to be a time like never before for our people, man. And there's many different ways in which the disaster can strike and how it can go for our people to come to that point of disaster. But the Lord said that there's going to be a remnant, even though there's a whole bunch of Israel that's about to get jacked up. There's going to be a remnant that the Lord is going to protect. Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the point there.
Let me read that same verse, couple verses in the NLT.
Yep.
This is Isaiah 10 and verse 20 in the NLT. I'm gonna read through verse 22.
Yep.
It says, in that day, the remnant left in Israel, the survivors of the house of Jacob, will no longer depend on allies who seek to destroy them.
Yep. So our people's going to stop putting their trust in Esau, Edom, who is our main enemy.
The political system.
Oh man.
Right. Voting Democrat or Republican.
Hey,
You know?
The brothers was talking about. I believe I was watching Nebraska. The brothers out there in Nebraska. Shalom to you, brothers, man.
Shalom.
I was watching their live stream. I believe it was them. It was either them or it was the brothers in Dallas that was saying that they be hearing people when it's come to voting. Oh, I done my part. I want to say that was the Nebraska brothers that said that, and they were saying like, you know, when they hear people saying shit like that, oh, I done my part, that they just want to wring their neck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like how dumb can you be, as if that really matters? You know, there's a quote, I forget exactly who said the quote, and I'm gonna butcher it just a little bit, but the quote's pretty much saying that the fact that they allow you to vote proves that it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Proves that it really doesn't matter, because why would you leave it to a vote where things could turn out disastrous versus just putting who you want up in there and allowing, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you had the choice between someone who's going to play ball the way you want them to play ball, or the chance could possibly go to somebody who's just going to do what they want to do, you obviously going to always put in the one that wants to play ball. You see what I'm saying? So the fact that they even present it as there's a chance to vote lets you know that it's all nonsense, man. It's all hogwash, you know?
Yeah, hey, this weekend you had thousands of Jakes out there protesting the Jim Crow 2.0. You know, with all the gerrymandering and switching up of the districts, they're basically trying to make it to where the Negro vote doesn't count.
Yeah.
And so you had all these people out trying to protest at it, but it's like, man, if you still believe in this system to where you think your vote matters a damn, you're walking around in a fucking bubble.
Yeah, you're sadly mistaken, man. And it's a lot of the older generation that's into that. You know what I mean? The ones who their parents went through civil rights, you know, or they were real young when civil rights were on, or you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of them that really, we gotta fight for our vote, man. Right, like my grandma's generation, they're into that whole, the boomers. They're into that whole voting thing, man. They really believe that their vote matters, man. You know, oh, we fought, my mom and dad, we fought for this or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, fuck that shit, man. Don't be putting your, like the brother said, they're the same ones that will run to Esau Edom anytime they got a sore throat.
Hey, woe to them that go down to Egypt.
Yep.
You know, they look, hey, once again, they ended up vaccinated.
Right.
And a lot of them is back to the ether.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
Ashes to ashes and dust to dust.
Yep.
Are on their way.
Yeah.
Because they move them, like their blood is moving like a sloth now.
It's sludge in their system.
Yeah, sludge. Yeah, there we go.
You
They
know?
need an oil change.
They need that oil change.
Yeah.
Hey, and oil, don't think that there was a leak for AutoZone. You know,
yeah.
an AutoZone employee for a regional district or whatnot. They leaked that, you know, there was a memo that went out talking about how there's a oil shortage.
Yeah.
You know, or to expect
motor oil.
a motor oil shortage. You know, so
Which-
all of that's still going on.
Which they're doing that on purpose. Because that's going to cause people to have to get electric cars.
Yep.
Because if you driving around, you don't got motor oil yourself, but you go to Jiffy Lube or somewhere to get an oil change. Oh yeah, we don't got that. We don't got synthetic. We don't got blase. You know, we don't got oil filters. So now, how you gonna maneuver around? Okay, you can chance it if you want to, and then your engine sees up, and then you're gonna be walking home.
Right.
You know, at night.
Right.
You know, through a damn golf course.
Car gone.
You know,
car gone.
done.
You never getting it back
Never
because
get it
it's
back.
you know what I'm saying, you can't afford to actually
You're gonna have to
fix
swap
that
the engine
motherfucker.
out.
Right.
Which that's gonna cost thousands of dollars.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
the elites is slick in how they bringing about this system, man.
Oh yeah.
You know, everything is all orchestrated. Man.
Oh yeah.
It's all orchestrated. I want you to read this real quick. I got more here in Isaiah, but being that we was talking about Jake trusting in the system,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
And you know, you voting to put somebody in office over you whose ancestors had your ancestors in slavery.
Oh, I know what you're getting. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this is
That's completely off. Like the brother's about to read it. That's completely off, man.
Yeah.
You know? Go ahead, brother.
This is Deuteronomy 17. I'm starting at 14. It says guidelines for a king. All right, that's in the heading.
The subheading.
Subheading. Yeah, the subheading.
Okay.
It says you are about to enter the land Yahweh your power is giving you. When you take it over and settle there, you may think we should select a king to rule over us like the other nations around us. If this happens, in which it did,
Right.
be sure to select a king, the man of Yahweh your power chooses. You must appoint a fellow Israelite. He may not be a foreigner.
You see that? So if you was gonna vote, you're supposed to be voting for an Israelite, man.
And
But
Obama's not an Israelite.
Right,
That's
and
right.
not only is it supposed to be an Israelite, it's supposed to be a man that's after the Lord.
That the Lord selects.
You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be you're supposed to put a righteous man up there that the Heavenly Father selected to be the king over you.
Not Barabbas.
Right.
Right.
You know? So we voted, we did our part. You going off.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
You did the bidding of Satan. That's
Right.
what you did.
Right.
All right, so back to this Isaiah 10 and 20 in the NLT. It says, in that day, the remnant left in Israel, the survivors of the house of Jacob will no longer depend on allies who seek to destroy them.
Right.
All right, this whole system is seeking to destroy us.
Yep.
But they will faithfully trust in Yahweh, the Holy One of Israel. A remnant will return. Yes, the remnant of Jacob will return to the mighty power.
Hey, there's a remnant that has risen up in this last days that we're in, that has fully turned back to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man. And to the very, very best of their ability, they're seeking day in and day out to do what's right in the sight of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. That remnant is here upon the earth right now. Okay? We gotta start all the way from scratch. You know, we halfway woken up. You know that your alarm go off, but you ain't really, and we snoozing back. Nah, man, no, there's a full remnant that the Lord is raising up in this time that is turning back to him. And yes, he's giving his name to him. He's returning back onto them a pure tongue. Okay. He's allowing them to rehearse the righteous acts, and he's giving them the opportunity to get their mind right and to turn back onto him, man, and to not trust in the enemy any longer. And we're in those times, and we're seeing that happen right before our very eyes.
Yeah, ultimately the Lord is giving that remnant his Holy Spirit. You know,
Look up that word remnant too. Go ahead, brother.
Verse 22, it
You had
says,
something you was going to say too? Okay.
it says, but though the people of Israel are as numerous as the sand of the seashore, only a remnant of them will return.
You see that? So even though our people are vast, you know, we're the biggest nation upon the planet, there's only a remnant of Israel that's actually going to return back to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai in fullness of that too. You know, 100% true, because you got plenty of individuals who are aware that they're Israelites, but they're wicked as all hell. You know, there's only a remnant that's going to actually, a small number that's actually returning properly, finding the correct path. All right, narrow or straight is the way, and wide is the gate that leads to destruction. Roughly phrasing of the scripture.
Hey, look at all the northern kingdom in Central and South America. That's a lot of Israelites.
Oh yeah. Jake on the western side of Africa.
Yeah.
You know?
How many of them is serving the Lord?
Right.
You know?
Right.
But showing you, and that in itself proves the Apostle Tahar's point that he makes from time to time, how the focal point of the ministry is to be preached here in Babylon the Great,
Yep.
because the highest concentration of actual believers, for the most part, is going to be taken from Babylon. Just as this being Babylon the Great, spiritual Egypt, spiritual Assyria, so on and so forth, all those captivities that we were in, we got delivered out of.
Right.
And if these are those captivities, spiritually though, the highest concentration of people that's going to be delivered is going to be from captivity.
Right.
Niggas forget that they actually came over here on slave ships, man. You know?
Right.
You need to be
Right.
saved from this shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Or that Esau, if your peoples was over here before the slave ships, that Esau done completely took over and conquered your land and forced you to into servitude, man. Forced you to bow the knee. Okay? Because I don't care what you got to say. Every single Gadite that's here, your ancestors bowed. That's the only reason why you still here. Because if you still maintain that, oh, I'm gonna fight to the death, well then you met that death.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? You had to conform to some type of way. That's why your ass ended up on the reservation, is because Esau kicked your ass to that point, man. Into submission. You all submitted. Issachar losing, the southwestern portion of the United States. They was beaten to submission down to that the whole Alamo thing, down to the bottom of Texas, man. Okay? So the tribes got their asses kicked, man. All right? Regardless, and they forget that happened. They, walk around with whatever pride they got, because they're Jamaicans got their ass kicked, Oh, I'm a proud Puerto Rican. Puerto Ricans got their ass kicked, man. All right? All the tribes got their ass kicked, and we're under servitude underneath Esau Edom, underneath our enemy, man. To this very day. Baruch. Right? Baruch 3 and 8. We are yet this day in our captivity, man. Thou hast scattered us, man. To be a reproach and a proverb and a byword, man. So there's no room for us to act all proud and whatnot. We need the Lord to come back and to deliver us. And there's a small group of people that the Lord has reserved that can recognize that. You know what I'm saying? That's witnessing what's happening and can recognize that, we need Yahweh Shem Shai for us to get up out of this predicament. I got this word for remnant. If I could read this real quick. And this is from Edom Online. All right, remnant, a noun, remaining part or quality, that which is left or remains. Remainder.
Just like when you sift something, you got when you sift something, you got what remains, and then you got what is pretty much discarded. So the elect, the 1/3 is going to be what remains, and the 2/3 is what's discarded.
Yep. And then as far as inside the blue letter, the word for remnant is the Strong's H 7605, which the word is sha'ar, and it means rest, residue, remnant, or remainder. So pretty straightforward to the point.
Can you grab Zephaniah 1 and 12?
Yeah.
And go ahead with your precept tomorrow.
Before I get that, Daniel.
Yeah.
All right, because hey man, all roads lead to the. That's it. This is Revelation 3 and 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation.
Right, because what we're going to get into, Lord willing, through the Spirit, when they start locking down everything, it's going to be a while. And they said by the 4th of July, man, showing you, this shit is crazy, because it's all the Most High's, the Most High is behind the driver wheel, behind the steering wheel, driving the car. All right, Yahweh Shem Shai. Yet, it's so crazy how the Most High has everything lined up and happen, because here it is, Trump is supposed to be putting on this celebration for America's 250th birthday this year,
Mm-hmm.
which the birthday of America is 4th of July.
Right.
Yet there's reports that by the 4th of July, America's going to run out of oil.
Mm.
In which the oil reserves that America has is not going to be able to be used by Americans because that would crash the economy. America has to, the government has to sell that oil, the oil reserves that is pumped out of American soil. It has to sell that to other countries to make money,
Right.
to keep the system afloat.
Yep.
So if by July this year, if we run out of oil, if America runs out of oil, that's going to cause panic. People's not going to be able to go to work. You know, these trucks is not going to be able to distribute goods. All right, that to hell with, you know, victuals that come from overseas by way of maritime admiralty trading.
Mm-hmm.
All right, big screen TVs, flat screens, flat screen TVs, microwaves, toasters.
Mm-hmm.
You know, shit from China. The produce that's produced in America, which you got produce that comes from overseas, but even the local produce ain't gonna be able to get distributed to these grocery stores because there ain't no gas.
Yep.
So what's that gonna do? That's gonna cause people to go into a panic. And it's gonna be the purge, man.
Mm.
Which the purge, it didn't start off cracking right at that first hour. It wasn't cracking like that, but once you know it got further and further into the night,
Mm-hmm.
the crazy stuff was happening.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and we're spiritually in the night here in Babylon, so things is gonna mount up and amplify to where if you ain't got the blood of Yahweh Shai covering you, you are through.
Yep. Yep. Straight up. Just real quick, just to quantify what you had said. All right. This is from Newsweek. It says Iran war could ruin America's biggest ever 4th of July. And this was published for May 15th, 2026, which is today, correct? May 15th.
No, we're
Oh no, today's the 18th. So this was a couple days ago.
It was like Friday.
Friday. I'm just going to read this first paragraph. It says a looming fuel shortage triggered by the Iran war threatens to deliver another price shock for Americans over the next few weeks.
Yeah, price shock meaning everything's more expensive. All right, you get gas at 609, and then in less than you got off work, you got gas. It was 609.
Right.
The very next day, you and the brothers in the car, all right, whether you got gas or not, you paying attention to the
Right.
gas prices.
Right.
You hop in the car, you off work at 3:30, 4 o'clock, around 3:45, 4 o'clock, you pass by the gas station, it's $6.09. Right? You go to sleep, wake up in the morning, you headed to work, it's not even 7 o'clock. You look at the same gas board,
Mm-hmm.
and that shit jumped up 10 cents.
Right.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
Like that's a for a lot of people that's it's gonna be a price shock. And not just with gas, with food prices.
Yep.
Which is why you went into it the other week to why I believe the digital price tags.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Was that you?
I don't know.
Okay, so like, but they got the digital price tags in the grocery stores now.
Mhm.
Right. So that way they can update it in real time.
Yeah.
Because those paper ones, somebody has to go through with the little, you know what I'm saying, the little tag, got to mark down that they changed it.
Right.
If it's digital, then somebody that's up in the security room or whatnot can just punch in the numbers, man.
Yeah.
All right.
They said that a lot of those got cameras on them too, so
Mhm.
they can profile you by
Looking at it.
who you are.
Right.
Like, yeah, we gonna charge this nigga a little extra,
Mhm.
Right.
you know. Racist, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
And get ready for that social digital credit score.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, there we go.
Damn. Think about that. Like you coming down the aisle, they already know that it's you that's coming down the aisle. So all the prices in the aisle goes up because you going down the aisle. But when Miss Sally's ass, when she was bringing her dumb stinking white ass down the aisle, prices was lower.
Low as hell.
You know what I'm saying? It says, with experts warning that U.S. oil inventories could be depleted by the time of the nation's 250th birthday.
Could be depleted by the time of the birthday of America, which is in 2 months, a little less than 2 months. You know, so let's pray that happens, man.
Yeah, man.
To hell with all these people, their festivities,
Yeah.
all of that.
That's
It's all
celebration.
garbage.
Yep.
So you gonna say
I
that?
said, fuck that celebration.
Yeah.
Celebrate.
The money cash.
Yeah.
Hey, Shalom, my Shalom.
Shalom, brother.
Shalom,
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 shalom.
Shalom.
Go ahead, bro.
Yep. I'm gonna start over in Revelation 3:10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation.
Yeah, hey, to be in the truth, you got to exercise a great deal of patience, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Though it tarry.
Yeah, though it tarry, wait for it.
Yep.
You know, we wait and we imagine how the apostles and elders feel.
Right.
To the elder Tahar, I believe, mentioned this or it might have been the bishop's mentioned. I think it was the bishop elder Manasseh mentioned how when he came in, the apostles, you know, they didn't have no grades, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And now they getting older, you know, but it's the spirit of the Lord that keeps them lively.
Yeah.
You know, in comparison to a Jake that's their same age that's in the world.
Yeah.
You know, that nigga crippled.
Right.
Couldn't run if he had to.
Right.
Couldn't fend somebody off. Trying to jack him or something.
Right.
Pastor Tahar give you a clean ass
5-piece.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Pastor Gabor, Pastor Ramlan,
Right.
you know, because it's the spirit of the Lord,
Yeah.
you know? So you got to exercise patience, you know, in this truth. And the ultimate time in which we're approaching is going to require a great deal of patience.
Yep.
Being, you know, when food is scarce, you know, the only thing being promoted in the media is take the microchip.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? No more TV. The TV shows is gone.
Right.
No more Netflix.
Right.
You know, somebody grabbed that off the cardboard.
Yep.
Yep.
This is 1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 16. Take heed unto yourselves and unto the doctrine. Continue in them, for in doing this thou shalt both save thyself and them that hear thee.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, and that's a large reason in why we continue. We want to be saved.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And when you first come into the truth, you know, you want every Israelite to be saved. I got to tell everybody.
Right.
Which we know now, like all Israelites going into the remnant, as
Right.
you know, as the brother mentioned, as the scriptures mentioned.
Yeah.
Yet we stay steadfast doing what we do in hopes of first and foremost us being saved.
Right.
You know. So yeah, the times we're approaching is going to require a great deal of patience, man.
Yeah.
That's right.
You know, which means patience coming from the Latin pati, which means to suffer.
Yep.
You know, Yahweh Shai being crucified, that was a great suffering that he had to endure.
Right.
You know, Yahweh Shai even said, the cup that I drank, he asked them, you know, the disciples,
Yep.
you know, are you able to drink of the cup that I drank of? And they said, yeah, we are. He said, yeah. You know,
You shall surely
yeah,
drink.
you surely gonna drink of this. Talking about, you know, chastisement, ultimately, judgment, chastisement, you know, for us, chastisement, for, you know, 2/3 being that Jacob's trouble is approaching, that's going to be judgment for them.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth.
Yeah, it's going to come upon all the world. That's why Trump took his soggy bottom diaper wearing ass over to China and was chopping it up with them and he brought all the technocrats and billionaires,
Yeah.
these businessmen, these bankers.
Yep.
He took them over there because this whole world is being geared in prepped for the MOTB system,
Right.
in which the Apostle Tahar and various brothers, Elder Yashawamba has been going into, China being the blueprint, so to say, for the MOTB system, because that infrastructure for in part, not totally, but in part, is pretty much laid out.
Right.
And Moab, they're a bunch of robots anyways, man.
Right.
They're ready to, they see a damn if we walking down the street and we see a damn RoboCop on wheels talking about, handing out tickets, we gonna be like, what the? But Moab will see that, they'll be like, oh, we do, oh, like that. They'll be all happy and shit. The fucking dancing robot.
Right.
Oh,
They want to smile about it.
all
and
that
shit.
dumbass
Take
shit.
pictures with it.
Yeah,
Take
man.
pictures.
Yeah,
Do the
yeah,
little peace
doing
sign.
that. Yeah,
It's always
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You know all that shit. Jacob be like, man, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Hey, Jacob kick that motherfucker.
Right.
Kick it over. And
They ain't gonna send that shit to the hood.
Yeah, man.
Mm-mm.
Hey,
Gonna
they'll
steal the
they'll
wheels
rob
off.
that nigga.
Yeah.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It'll steal the wheels off that motherfucker. You know?
Steal the wheels.
Leave it on center blocks.
Yeah, the center block. Jake maybe put that shit on the scooter or something.
Right.
Yeah. Anyways, but yeah, so the Moabites is they
I've been ready.
Yeah.
they ready for that MOTB.
Yeah.
Right.
A lot of the world is. You just heard
Hey, check the comment.
King Charles. You just heard King Charles talking about that the UK needs a digital ID.
Yeah.
You know, and I just typed this in real quick to see states, participating states in eligible digital IDs. Your ID now on your phone, okay, and this is from TSA.gov.
Which is soon be in your hand.
Right. And it says, just to read this real quick, eligible digital IDs, starting with the Apple Wallet, the Google Wallet, and Clear ID. I'm not sure what Clear ID is, but then it gives me a list of states that have digital ID access right now. You got Alaska, Arkansas, Arizona, California, Colorado, Georgia, Hawaii, Illinois, Iowa, Louisiana, Kentucky, Maryland, Montana, New Mexico, New York, North Dakota, Idaho, Puerto Rico, Utah, Virginia, and West Virginia.
So if you get pulled over and you pull up ID on your phone in one of those states, if it's per the system that you actually get that ID issued, you good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or you don't got your physical ID card on you. Hey, but I got it on my phone.
Right.
And the only way you can get it on your phone is through whatever app or system that the state governs those digital IDs by, which that's all gonna lead to it being on a microchip that they want to put in you.
Right. Right. Yep. The brothers always talk about how the biometrics, they already getting you used to always logging through things with your biometrics. Use biometrics on your phone. There's apps that's on your want you to log in using those biometrics, like your bank apps.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The phone company app, a lot of different apps that's on your phone that for you to get to bypass the password or the security protocol to access the app. A lot of times it gives you the option of using biometrics to do it, man.
Yeah.
So they already logged all that stuff, man. If you've been in the military, of course, they got your biometrics already down. If you've been arrested at any point, they got your biometrics down. You know what I'm saying? It's all just moving towards that MOTP, the brother was saying.
Yeah.
On the comment board, D-Ball 144 says Shalom. Hey, Shalom to that brother. That brother's always on our comment board, man. Shalom. Servants from Yahweh Shai 144 also says Shalom.
Shalom.
Where's your what?
I'm just reading this.
Revelation.
Yep. I'll finish it off real quick. This verse 11. Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. Him that overcometh will I make a pillar in the temple of my power, and he shall go no more out, and I will write upon him the name of my power, and the name of the city of my power, which is New Jerusalem, which cometh down out of heaven from my power, and I will write upon him my new name. That's pretty much it on
Right. So we want to be delivered, and we want to be one of those pillars.
there.
Right.
All right. We want to be a everlasting structure in the kingdom of heaven, being that you're gonna be known. All right. You're gonna be the upper echelon. All right. The elect. 144,000, the foot soldiers that was behind enemy lines in Babylon the Great,
Right.
that stood stiffly for the names of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
All right, and then for all eternity, you're gonna be glorifying Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai based upon you serving Him in the worst captivity ever.
Right.
All right, and in return, man, you gonna receive praise and glory as well.
Right.
First, Yahweh Shai has to get his.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we want, man.
Yep.
All right, we in captivity, fucking never had shit. Whatever Murphy's Law, whatever can go wrong will go wrong. The story was welcome to my life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's the life of every man of the Lord.
Yep.
But it all makes sense in as to why life is the way it is, or even was, even before we came into the truth. It was the Lord having it to where we didn't get comfortable in this society, and prepping us for being His servants, man.
Yep. Hey, because you gotta imagine something that you said just now. You gotta imagine actually serving the Lord when the world is at the absolute peak of wickedness it's ever been in. Where the temptation has never been as high as it actually is. As the time that we're approaching, all right, because we're not at that climax yet. The time of Jacob's trouble, that's when the ultimate temptation is out there with that MOTB. But the time has never been, the society or the world itself has never had this much wickedness within your face, man. And rather than just falling victim to that, you actually have a remnant of brothers that's banding together and actually saying, like, nah, we're not following after that.
Right.
We're going to turn to Yahweh Bashim Shai. That's powerful, man. That's why the scripture also says, let no man take thy crown, right? Because, hey, the Lord gave you this opportunity to be within this truth, to have the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. You're not supposed to squander that. You're not supposed to take that for granted, okay? You're supposed to recognize how precious this is, man. Because this is a very powerful thing that the Lord is doing, raising us up in this time. Especially when we're powerless. We got absolutely we got nothing we can throw at Esau Edom other than the words of Yahweh Shem Shah. That's the only weapon we actually have. Right. And through this weapon, we're actually noticing that we're breaking strongholds down, man. Yeah. Look at how far Babylon has fallen since the troops start coming out. Right. Since the late 60s, early 70s. Look at how much of a decline this country has taken. Since this word actually was start ringing out, man. So there's power in that.
Hey, we're seeing what actually happened in Jericho.
Right.
It's just at a slower pace.
Right.
But that vibration of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai's word is crumbling this place from the foundation down.
Yep.
And causing it to implode on top of itself.
Right.
Can I read this for you real quick?
Go
I just say this? All right, this is 2nd Ezra chapter 5, verse 1. But these are the signs. The time will come when all the people of the earth will be in the grip of great confusion. Here's the point.
Yeah, these people are bugged out, man.
Yeah.
All right, these people know this government is corrupt. Right? They the Epstein files, right? They know these people, the people in positions of power, they know they eat babies. Mm-hmm. Right? They're cannibals. They drink blood, adrenochrome. COVID, cornflakes 2020 was a fake. All that. People know, they know all that, being that we in the end of the world, yet they don't understand, they don't know the truth. They don't know the Lord.
Right.
Even with them knowing what they know, they're still in great confusion.
Yeah.
These you still got people wanting to become the other sex.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's more than two genders. Just bugged out. Great confusion.
Right.
All right, all by way of Esau pseudoscience. Go ahead, bro.
Yep, here's the point. 2nd Ezra 5:2. Wickedness will increase until it has become worse than you have ever known it to be.
Yeah. And then we are there.
We're witnessing that, man.
We are there.
You know, hey, we gotta, especially out here in the Northwest, man, we gotta witness wicked individuals all the day long, man. Like, just there's we was reading or talking about an article before we actually got started of how there's a higher concentration of the transgenders here, man. I was trying to think of that.
Coming from red states.
I was trying to think of that.
Sagoonies.
Sagoonies. That's what I was trying to think of. Sagoonies, man. That's our term for them up here. Sagoonies. Where'd you say you got that from?
His this rapper was saying this rapper said that that was like a prison term.
Mm-hmm.
That they called them transformers and
man.
Batimans.
Yeah. So we got a high concentration of them, and
that's coming from red states.
Right. That's that's moving here from red states, and it's absolutely true, bro. We can't go. It's hard to actually just walk into a public place and not see somebody.
3 of them in there.
You're either gonna see a full blown Sagoonie, or you're gonna see somebody with weirdo colored hair.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Of all age groups. You know what I'm saying? There could be an old ass woman. She got lime green fucking hair.
86.
You know what I'm saying?
Rocking the Seahawks jersey.
Walker and all got the lime green hair. The hair short like a boy. Lime green hair, man.
Weird shit, man.
You know?
Puffing on a fucking electronic cigarette.
Or some Edomite male that's late 20s or something, tall, long ass fucking hair.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? On some emo fucking bullshit, man.
Yeah.
We're just constantly surrounded by that type of stuff, you know? And having to live by that. Hey, it's vanity and vexation of spirit, you know?
Mm-hmm. Not to mention that's outside of the motherfuckers that work at the establishment.
Yeah.
That's on that same type time.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Just bug everything's bugged out. Every Starbucks you go to, you want to get some coffee, you go to Starbucks.
It's gonna be a mo.
You hit the drive-through. The chick asks you what you want.
Right.
No, the chick asks you what you want. You know what I'm saying? And then you order what you want, then you go to the window and it's a whole dude. It's like, I wasn't even talking to a female.
Right.
Not that you was talking provocative or trying to get at her or anything. You just thought you was talking to a woman.
The voice coming through the speaker sounded like a woman.
And then it's a nigga with a mask and an Adam's apple.
Right.
This nigga Adam's apple poking out the window, handing you your coffee and shit.
Right.
Here you
like,
go.
what the fuck, man?
Like, damn, what you got a filter on your voice?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
On the microphone? Because
It
you
ain't
don't
right.
sound like that.
It ain't right. It ain't
Yeah.
right. But that's the world.
Yeah, that's the real. That's our hell up here.
That's the wickedness. We're talking about how wickedness is all throughout this earth, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Rita, you still got that pulled up?
It's the groves too, cause we're up here. It's a bunch of wilderness up here, trees. You know what I'm saying? So it's high level witchcraft that be going on by all these people up here in this region.
Yeah.
Also with that another article I sent out was you had a UW student that got stabbed 40 times.
Yep.
Just recently, like a day or two ago.
Mm-hmm.
A transgender, a tranny got jigged up 40 times on campus, if I'm not mistaken. UW, the University of Washington.
On campus, yeah. Yep.
You know, so a good for that damn Edomite, man.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Go ahead, bro.
2nd Ezra 5:2. Wickedness will increase until it has become worse than you have ever known it to be.
Mm-hmm. Wickedness have increased so that it's worse than what you have ever known it to be, man. Yeah. And the earth has never experienced the type of wickedness that's going on. Well, no, that's not true, because before the flood, the earth was wicked like this, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's what Yahweh Shai said before in the days of Noe. You know, there was eating, drinking, giving
Giving
marriage.
marriage.
You know what I'm saying? And didn't know until the flood came. Well, it's about time for the Lord to bring about that round 2 judgment. You know, which this one's going to be with fire, because again, the earth is increased in wickedness, man. It's increased in the pollution. You know.
Yeah.
You want some of these articles?
What precepts was holding? Grab that Zephaniah real quick.
Okay.
I got Zephaniah, or he got Zephaniah. I got that Daniel 12.
All right, read Zephaniah, then we'll grab an article or two,
Right.
and then get into Daniel.
This is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 1, verse 12. It says, "And it shall come to pass at that time that I will search Jerusalem with candles and punish men that are settled on their lees."
Right, going back into the remnant. All right, so the candles being ultimately this word, you know, the angels, okay, the doctrine of Yahweh Shem Shai. All right, this word is like a light. All right, and via the word going out, being preached to Israelites, you're seeing who's settled on their lees. Look that word lees up.
Yep.
All right. A lot of these other Israelite groups, IUIC, ISUPK, Genesis, Watchmen for Israel, you know, Phoebe, TCG Ministry, you name it, Sakari. All right, those individuals, they're settled on their leads, man. The fact that you want to make and sell everything that's not nailed down shows that you're trying to be comfortable here in Babylon, man. Okay?
Yeah.
So ultimately the Lord is going to have it to where when that remnant gets protection, those that settled on their leads, you're going to see what the reward is from trusting in Esau, Edom. All right, for making a covenant with death. All right, going down to whatever goddamn building you had to go down to get a 501c3 charter.
Right.
I couldn't imagine going down to
You gotta go
fucking
to
the courthouse or some
Right.
shit,
right.
and they hand you a fucking
Lees? L-E-E-S.
yeah, they hand you a piece of paper, a big ass, you know, and you gotta fucking sign that shit. You know, Esau, okay, they're gonna flip the page, flip the
Right.
paper over,
Right.
right, signs. And they're gonna point right to it. They
Right,
got so
right.
many niggas that did it. Sign right there.
They highlight it
Yeah.
for you. You know what I'm saying? They
All
go
right.
through it before they give you the paper. They
Sign
go
right
through and
there,
highlight the whole
And
thing.
right there.
Initial here.
Yeah.
You know what
Like,
I'm
I
saying?
couldn't imagine doing that, man.
Initial here. You know what I'm
crazy.
saying? They it's upside down to them, but they know
Yeah,
exactly where
exactly
to point.
where it's at.
You know what I'm saying? And they didn't highlighted it. You know, initial here and sign here.
Yeah.
You know,
Crazy, man.
because you know that you got to actually go to a government facility to do that.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have to take a ticket. You know what I'm saying? Sit there and wait for them to call your number so you can go up. You know what I'm saying? Get everything signed and whatnot. Probably got to be like at a patent office where they got to put stamps on it. You know, they take the document, put a fucking stamp on it.
Or even if it was online.
Yeah, that's
Auto signature and shit.
right.
You know.
Right. Either way, man.
Yeah.
You know.
That's just demonic.
This word leads from the blue letter. The word here is shamar. It's the word. I'm sorry. It's the Strong's H8105. Okay. It's shamar. It means lees, dregs. Something preserved, i.e., the settlings of wine, dregs of wine, lees.
Right. So with Jake taking that 501c3 charter.
Real quick, in the Genesis Hebrew Chaldee lexicon, to be settled on one's lees means to lead a quiet and tranquil life.
Right.
Hmm.
You think you made it here in America?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This ain't so bad.
Right.
I don't know what they're tripping for. That's your mindset.
You waking up listening to Kirk Franklin.
Oh.
You know.
Dude, like Keyshawn Davis.
Right.
About to fight.
Stop. Make me clap my hands.
Do you want a revolution? Bugged out, man. Him and fucking Albright.
Right.
Yeah.
Listen to both of them had some damn so-called gospel music playing before they fight. You niggas is crazy.
Individuals settled on their leads. Those are the same. Oh, I've done my part. People. You know what I'm saying? They'll go out and vote. They'll go out. They think that America is going to continue. You know.
Yeah.
They're happy to participate in the community garden or the community. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have a community barbecue, and they right there with it. You know what I'm saying? They go to the Macy's parades, or the city parades and whatnot. They really believe in this place. They support America sending troops all over the world, man. They're those thank you for your service type people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Really believing that this place is just going to continue and somehow they black ass is going to prosper here, man. Versus just things continually getting worse. Everything getting worse for them. But they still got a flag. They still putting a flag out in their front yard.
They got the flag fucking in the car window.
Oh, damn.
Like niggas during football season.
Yeah.
With their
Flapping around and
Yeah,
shit.
They got an American flag 24/7.
Damn.
Right.
Veteran of this or that.
They actually stand and put their hand over their heart and do the Pledge of Allegiance, man.
Yeah, watching the football game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
From their house.
In
phone.
their
house, yeah.
Standing their old crippled ass up.
Got the fucking retired hat on.
His veteran hat.
Right.
He takes it off.
They wear that motherfucker everywhere they go.
Got the folded flag over here.
Right.
They fucking
Right.
be having like when we was in the military, they be playing taps and all that.
Yeah, they with that shit.
Where that shit goes off in his house.
That's his alarm.
His
That's his alarm to wake up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Periodically through the day, this nigga got the shit set on his fucking, because they were playing when we get off work.
Yeah. You know that's
Hey, if you on base,
yeah, you gotta stop.
You gotta stop whatever you're doing and salute when you hear that shit play.
Right.
And that goes like the
Right.
We gotta get that in
Daniel, when you hear the sound of the sack butt, and
where we was on a military base,
sultry,
whatever military U.S. military base you're on,
right?
And I think it's like a
5
o'clock.
I want to say it's
5
5
o'clock.
Right.
When you hear that shit, you got niggas pulling over on the side of the road,
my goodness.
hopping out,
Oh, yeah.
Hey, demonic, man, demonic.
That's
All right, but you got niggas that still that stuck
right
in East with their head up Esau's ass.
Right.
Just whatever Esau says, they gonna follow and they gonna follow suit and do it. Real quick, let me read this just real quick in the NLT. What you have read, Zephaniah 1:12. It says, "I will search with lanterns in Jerusalem." So let me read it again. "I will search with lanterns in Jerusalem's darkest corners to punish those who sit complacent in their sins.
Damn.
They think the Lord Yahweh will do nothing to them, either good or bad."
And this word is a light. And this word's going out all across the four corners of the earth, man. And when Israel hears this word, there's something that stirs within you, hearing the word of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man. There's something that starts to where you are you're going to recognize, either way, you're going to have to recognize that the ways of America is wrong. And you're going to have to make a decision on if you're going to do something about that, meaning I'm not going to follow that no more, or if you're going to make the decision of ignoring the call to tell you that it's wrong. You know what I'm saying? So the Lord is searching, and he's showing that our people's sins are being exposed, man. Because that's what the light does. It shines to where even in the darkest corner you can tell there's dirt right there, man. It's like it's not a flashlight, it's one of those floodlights. You know what I'm saying? To where it's illuminating everything. And some people are noticing like, damn, the light's always been kind of dim in here. I didn't realize how dirty it is in here. And they start actually cleaning it up. And other people is like, man, turn that light off. And that's what's happening. The Lord is exposing it to where you got a remnant of our people that's vehemently scrubbing. Am I saying that right?
vehemently.
Fiercely. They're fiercely scrubbing. I'm just gonna change the word. They're fiercely scrubbing.
Vehemently.
You know, to try to get every little speck of dirt they could possibly find, trying to clean it up. And then you have others that's saying, just don't look at it.
Crazy.
You know. Was there more on that?
No, that was
that was it.
grab that account.
Okay, this is Yeah, we're gonna have to get to the title of the video.
Yeah.
This is Daniel chapter 3. All right, starting at the top. It says, Nebuchadnezzar the king made an image of gold whose height was 80 cubits, and the breadth thereof 6 cubits, and he set it up in the plain of Dora in the province of Babylon. Then Nebuchadnezzar the king sent to gather together the princes, governors, and the captains, the judges, the treasurers, the counselors, the sheriffs, and all the rulers of the province to come to the dedication of the image which Nebuchadnezzar the king had set up.
Hey, a modern day version of that being Trump just had that so-called golden statue of himself set up over in DC.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't be surprised if he makes some decree where he wants some national day of worshiping him or some shit.
Mm.
Matter of fact, I think hey Tawab, look up what day they had that was supposed to be dedicated to a prayer.
Oh yeah,
remember
like May 15th or something.
May 17th or 15th?
Something like that.
It was a day in which Trump said it was going to be a national day of prayer or
Right.
something like that.
A national Sabbath or something like that. It was something on the lines of that.
Yeah.
President Trump designates May 17th a national day of prayer and rededication,
Which was yesterday, Sunday.
tying it to the rededication 250 Jubilee of the National Mall. This event was part of the Freedom 250 initiative to celebrate 250th anniversary of the United States of America.
So, hey, there you have it, man. You know, how'd that go?
Right.
Right?
Right.
What did that do?
Well, I didn't see no Edomites praying yesterday when I was running my errands.
Right? Me neither.
You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, if that's the case, their ass should have been at home.
What they doing? They turn into that flag in their corner and pray into it.
Yeah.
You know.
Back on the ball.
Go ahead, though.
It says the princes and the governors and captains and the judges, the treasurers, the counselors, the sheriffs, and all the rulers of the provinces was gathered together unto the dedication of the image that Nebuchadnezzar the king had set up. And they stood before the image that Nebuchadnezzar had set up. Then an herald.
Matter of fact, you had a whole bunch of preachers that had a ceremony for that, and you had nigga preachers. You had a bald head, fat black nigga that was praying for Donald Trump and prayed at the unveiling ceremony or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
So that that's a modern day version of what we're reading. You know.
Then an herald cried aloud. Well, the whole COVID situation, man, with their decrees that everybody had to go and get the juice. You know what I'm saying? That was the same type of deal, where they're trying to force something onto you that it ain't right. You know, just as if they was to say, okay, on this day everybody got to eat pork. You're supposed to stand up and say no. You know what I mean?
A bullshit.
On it, this is National Pepperoni Day. Everyone must eat pepperoni.
A bullshit.
You got some turkey pepperoni? I ain't eating that shit.
It says, then an herald cried aloud, to you it is commanded, O people, nations, and languages, that at the time ye hear the sound of the cornet, flute, harp.
That at what time?
I'm sorry. That at what time ye hear the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, sackbut, psaltery, dulcimer, is that right? And all kinds of music, ye fall down and worship the golden image that Nebuchadnezzar the king had set up.
Yeah, so it was a metropolitan, so to say. But it said it said that the herald commanded the people, nations, and languages.
Yep.
You know, and what do you got here in America? Peoples, nations, and languages.
Yep. You got individuals from every nation under the sun here in America. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what country is on the planet, you have citizens of that country, people who have lived in that country who now is residing here inside of America. And if they didn't come from that country, their parents or grandparents came from that country. You know? It says, and whoso falleth not down and worshipeth shall that same hour be cast into the midst of the burning fiery furnace. Therefore, at that time, when all the people heard the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, sackbut, psaltery, and all kinds of music, all the people, the nations, and the languages fell down and worshipped the golden image that Nebuchadnezzar the king had set up.
So they was playing Babylon's greatest hits.
Starting with the oh say can
Yeah. So imagine now
starting with that one.
playing some of that whack ass unsalted music, that noise.
Oh, that bullshit. This land is your land.
Yeah.
And
Then you know Esau gonna get into the more what's the word? The more provocative shit. The fucking
America.
the some Sweet Home Alabama.
Oh shit. No. She's my cherry pie.
Yeah.
That shit.
Yeah.
That shit.
Hey, you crazy bitch, put your lips on.
Right.
Boom, 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 boom. All that dumbass shit. We hate. Wow, man, I hate that music, man. I can't stand Edomite music, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the Esau be on some shit like that.
Yep.
Fucking Trump on doing this on stage.
Right.
You know
YMCA, the village peoples.
that shit.
YMCA shit, man. You know. But yeah, that was the point on that one.
Okay. But yeah, so they got the Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego got persecuted for not bowing down to that image.
Right.
All right. So going back to the suffering, you know, we're in the times in which not bowing down to this beast image and taking that chip, you could very well find yourself in a situation of having to exercise great patience, you know, enduring, you know, hell for a period of time because of your beliefs.
Right.
All right. And really, the whole time we've been in the truth, the apostles and elders have been preparing us for that.
Right.
Meanwhile, these other Israelite groups being settled on their leads, being comfortable, all right, not having foresight, they're not preparing their congregations for that.
Right.
Which they're going to be caught up in Jacob's trouble, you know?
Yep.
So go ahead.
You got precept? No, you got the articles.
Yeah. Did you want the Daniel 12 before?
Read the article first. A little bit of probably like a paragraph or two.
Which one you want? The
Grab the other one, not that.
the end times, the people's voice.
Yeah, grab that.
Who claims hantavirus?
Who?
Who survives and he
Which is a real health organization.
Yeah.
It's like you gotta hit the who like Mike Jones. You know what I'm saying?
Who?
Mike Jones.
Claims hantavirus survives in human sperm for 6 years.
Yeah,
Perfect.
so they claim, which you know, a brother on the campus that posted this. Esau claims that the Hannah Montana survives in human sperm for 6 years. How? Which his brother said this before we started. How would you know?
Right.
How would you know? You know what I'm saying?
What research has been done to prove that for 6 years y'all been monitoring this virus within some sperm? Y'all kept some live sperm for 6 years.
Yeah, the sperm donor
Right.
came to fucking donate sperm. You know what I'm saying? And they froze the shit and then
Nah, it would have to be live. You
Well,
know what I'm saying?
well,
If you freeze it, then it's not. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying?
there we go. Yeah.
If you freeze it and then you unfreeze it to test it, then that you can't claim that it lasts for 6 years, because if it can last for 6 years frozen like that, it can last for much longer. So you would have to keep it live somehow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Like, do sperm cells even live for six years? Is a long ass time for the same sperm cell to just be circling in your balls.
And then
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this is stupid, man.
And that sperm didn't get it. You know, it didn't. The sperm that was infected didn't get regenerated somehow. You know what I'm saying? It did. That one didn't leave for other new ones to come about within 6 years. You know what I'm talking about? Like, how would you know that lasts within sperm? It said in sperm cells, or just in sperm? In sperm. How would you know? What research can you do that will prove that? You know, how would you know?
He saw wing some shit, say some shit, and people believe it.
Just put it out there. You know what I'm saying?
Perfect excuse for years-long authoritarian controls.
That's it.
Going into the lockdowns.
Yeah.
Saying shit like that. You know, which them saying that is like, that puts a target on men. You know, because if it supposedly can be in men's sperm for up to 6 years, well, men's gonna be a target for something,
right? Which
that would be preferable for Esau. You know, just like the male children were targeted under Egypt and Rome.
Yeah, and Pharaoh.
You know. So yeah, Esau's a cunning hunter, man.
Yeah.
You know, a slick devil.
Yeah, you know how to set your ass up like a serpent.
Yeah.
And
With science.
Yeah.
Trust the science on some Dr. Fauci shit.
And then be there waiting with the antidote.
Yeah. Oh, you said that.
You need a fix? I got that Sky Resi.
Yeah. I got the good shit, man.
Sky Resi is some medicine. And Cat Williams was saying, I think I knew a bitch in middle school named Sky Resi. He said they trying to get slick with their names and shit.
Yeah.
Getting Jake has to take some dumb shit. So in this article it says, in a development that reeks of perfect timing for global health authorities, officials are now warning that the Andres hantavirus can linger in men's sperm for up to 6 years after infection, long after it has disappeared from the blood, urine, and respiratory samples.
All right. Long after this, real quick, type in how long does a sperm cell? How often does sperm cells regenerate in men's testicles or men's body or whatever, however you want to word it? All right, because I believe it's every 90 days, 60 or 90 days, your blood cells regenerate, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm curious to see, because if your sperm cells regenerate, you know what I'm saying, every so often, well, then that would, you know.
Right.
Sperm are produced continuously, roughly 100 to 300 million new sperm generated daily in the testicles, while daily production allows constant replenishment. A full cycle for a single sperm cell to develop and mature takes about 64 to 74 days. However, the body always maintains a fresh supply.
So about 3 months, three to 5 months, 3 to 4 or 5 months, you got a whole new batch.
Right.
All right, same with your blood cells, man. But meanwhile, this is gonna stick around for 6 years.
For 6 years, and they're only saying that it's gonna stick in the sperm for 6 years, or it's in your. It's got to obviously for it to keep contaminating sperm. If your sperm keeps going through that cycle, it's in you.
Yeah.
So why are y'all trying to single out?
Corn chips.
Oh my god. So,
It's
so why y'all
inside
trying
joke,
to
inside joke.
why y'all trying to single out this? You know what I'm saying? The sperm and make it seem like it's a male only thing. If if it can last within your body for 6 years, then say that you're gonna be infected with that shit for 6 years. You know what I'm saying? Because it doesn't make sense.
Yep.
You know?
The peer-reviewed study, now gaining traction this week, tracked a patient infected with Andes hantavirus and detected viral genetic materials in his semen 71 months later. Experts are warning
71 months later.
this could be.
Isn't the Andes like a new fucking
Right.
Yeah.
Isn't that like a new thing? That's the whole that strain itself. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not saying the hantavirus itself is new, but
2002.
that strain was since 2002.
Mm-hmm.
Because the special thing about it was that it came from the rodents and it can cross to humans or whatever.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But it's been a thing since 2002.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's something that's like
Spread.
It's resurrected.
Yeah, that's when they did a study on first did a big study on it was down there in Central America in 2002.
And they say that. Okay, I'm sorry. Read the article.
Yes.
Hear this man.
Experts are warning this could enable sexual transmission as a stealth STI.
That man, Esau's diabolical. Because look, what they say. Girl, you look good. You better vax that thing up.
Oh,
Remember that?
Yeah. Juvenile.
Remember that?
Juvenile, yeah.
You're a handsome young man. Better vax that thing up.
Right,
So they was
right.
Okay. You guys are young. You know, y'all having sex. So you don't want them to get COVID. So get vaccinated.
Wow.
So now with this shit, all you can be in your balls for 6 years. So
Right.
hey, what's that shit called? The medicine. The girl's name, the Cat Williams said.
Oh, the Sky Rizzy.
The Sky Rizzy. Take the Sky Rizzy.
Sky Rizzy.
Take the Sky Rizzy. You know what I'm saying? Your balls won't fall off.
For real, they gonna hit you with some shit.
Damn.
That's what they do nowadays.
And then when you take the Sky Rizzy, your balls fall off.
Right.
It may cause vomiting, nausea,
Right.
bleeding of the eyes, losing 15 fingers,
Even death.
I only got 10 fingers.
Damn.
Even from individuals who appear fully recovered by conventional testing.
Yeah.
Asymptomatic.
Yeah.
All that dumb shit.
Man. It's actually,
That's talking shit on that.
you can't trust a single thing Esau says,
Not a
man.
damn.
Yeah.
Because they it's always ulterior motives with them. They're not keeping it straightforward. You know what I'm saying? They're always hiding facts. This thing is patented. You know what I'm saying? They're never just straight into it for the actual humanitarianism of it, of wanting to save lives and yeah, to help humanity along.
Well, he ain't even human, so
Right.
he Esau is not human, so he can give a fuck about humanity. He wants humanity to die.
Right.
And then his demonic spirit to live on in a robot.
Right.
That can constantly get downloaded.
Yeah.
When the robot needs to get a oil change or a tune up,
Right.
you know, he save up enough digital coin, he can go swap out and get a new updated robot.
Right.
That's Esau would love that.
Or a virtual world.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where you live inside of a fucking video game that he can control. He can mess with the code whenever he sees fit. You know what I'm
The
saying?
Matrix, man.
Guess where they did that study in 2002
Watch where.
and then published it in 2005.
What, Argentina?
Argentina.
Rats.
Well, the Andes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Andes Mountains.
Yeah.
So the rats put that out.
When you said that earlier, you mentioned the Andes. Andes. I was
Yeah.
like, damn, okay, Argentina.
That's the strain.
ANDC.
That's the strain of it. Yeah.
That's what they call it.
Yeah.
Yeah, read that, and then we'll get some research.
This is from End Times headlines, published for May 17th, 2026. It says, who declares rapidly spreading Ebola outbreak a global health emergency?
But This ain't the first rodeo for the Ebola.
Right. That was on the list,
Yeah.
you know, of the every 4 years every 6 years list, you know.
Hmm.
It says, according to a report from the New York Times, the World Health Organization, its response to a fast-moving Ebola outbreak.
Oh, we got to escalate it. Oh, wow. Oh,
Monkeypox.
yeah. It's sweeping across the globe.
That's what they do.
That has crossed borders into major cities, sounding alarms across Central Africa just days after the initial detection. Late Saturday, the WHO formally...
It's always in Africa.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
it's always Africa. You know what I'm saying?
That's always the petri dish.
H1N1. All comes from
It's always starting off breaking out in Africa, man. You know, because they can blame that, oh, the animals or something. You know what I'm saying? Every time. Which, hey, the Lord's, there's a lot of judgment that happens in Africa, man.
Oh, yeah.
You know, there's a lot of Israelites that's actually within Africa, and they got to catch judgment too. You know what I'm saying? It says, late Saturday, the WHO formally declared the epidemic involving the, oh man, Bundy Bugyo.
Oh yeah.
Bundy Bugyo. I'm not playing. Look,
Yeah,
Bundy Bugyo.
Yeah.
I may not be pronouncing it right, but that's what it looked like to me. Bundy.
I was just about to say.
You about to
I was
say
about to
that?
say it just like that.
The Bundy Bugyo strain of Ebola, a public health emergency of international concern. The move came barely 24 hours after African health authorities first confirmed the outbreak in Congo's northeastern Ituri province, where clusters of unexplained deaths had already risen grave concerns.
Unexplained deaths. Oh, so
Here we go.
it's unexplained deaths. Check the comment board, somebody. It's unexplained deaths, but we just gonna attribute it to Ebola. You know what I'm saying? Shalom.
Hey,
To
shalom.
Akim on the comment board. Shalom.
Yeah.
Shalom. Yeah. So you got unexplained deaths, and you just gonna attribute it to Ebola to get the ball rolling.
Right.
You know.
Yep.
So with these so-called pandemics or plandemics happening, all these outbreaks of this and that, Hannah Montana,
right.
Ebola,
Right.
you know, what that's gonna do is because we was listening to the video, a little snippet on I think it was Instagram where Donald Trump had some Edomite woman talk about how
That's the brother Cole. That was up in,
hey.
Alaska.
Hey, Shalom,
brother.
Yeah, watch me out, that. The woman was talking about how there's a, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Flight restrictions, you know, for individual Americans that's over in that region of Africa, in East Africa. All right, she was talking about Kenya, I think, Congo, and you know, over in East Africa where the outbreak was. She was mentioning that those Americans would be going to Germany for treatment or to get tested to, you know, make sure they cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then also flight restrictions for illegal non citizens traveling to America. So if you're not a citizen but you stay here in America, you know, there's some type of restrictions. If I'm not mistaken, that
Yeah, Shalom.
Hey, shalom. Shalom. There's restrictions that's gonna be pretty much laid out for people coming to America from that region of the earth. All right, so even if it ain't affecting people like that, people dying, just like with COVID.
Mhm.
They said all these people died, but who do you know that a family member or a friend of a family member, a friend of a friend of a friend that died from that shit, died from actual COVID?
Yeah.
Right.
From the disease itself,
Yeah.
not from the
Treatment.
not from
Not
right,
from-
not
not
from
from the juice.
the preventative measures,
Not from
right,
the jump
but from
shot,
but
but from the actual COVID.
the actual
You-
this
you know-
hit and
Yeah.
and especially during that time, one of the things that was happening, and this is documented, right? Doctors came out and said this, that anything that was if people came in and they had so-called symptoms and they happened to die, you know what I'm
they
saying,
ruled it
or
as-
be unalive, they would have to mark it down as
As
the
COVID.
cause of death was because of
That's
it.
demonic.
You see what I'm
And
saying?
then they put you on a ventilator, which kills you.
Right,
Right? You come in because you got asthma, right?
right.
Mhm.
You just came in the week before COVID was something. You came in because you had an asthma attack or whatever, and then you left out of there cool.
Right.
COVID hits,
Yeah.
you have an asthma attack, right? They say let's put him on a ventilator. They put you on a ventilator. That kills you, and then the nigga had COVID.
Yep.
So they can get I think it was like $5,000 hospitals was getting per death or something like
per
that.
one. Hey, they said that thing was attacking people who had pre-existing health problems,
Yeah.
right? Like they was the ones that was worse off for it, you know. So you got a pre-existing health problem. It's a health problem that you're already aware that you got, and that thing may have taken you out, and they're gonna rule it because of COVID.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? To spook it up more.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
And the flu disappeared that year.
Yeah.
Right. Nobody got the flu that year.
Nobody got.
Nobody had the flu that year, or those number of years, man.
Yeah.
That shit was going on, that madness. Nobody had the flu, because it was all, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, it was
You didn't get a fever.
It
You
was
didn't.
trapped in testicles
Right,
for 6
yeah,
years.
Right.
Incubating.
Right.
Incubating. So it can come back with a vengeance.
Damn.
Oh god.
A little bit more on this article. It says by Saturday, laboratory confirmed cases had surfaced in the capital cities of both nations. What is that? What is that name? I ain't never even actually seen that. Kinshasa. Kinshasa. Okay, Kinshasa. Some country over there in Africa.
Yeah, it's a
Kinshasa, or maybe it's a
province.
province. Okay, Kinshasa in the Democratic Republic of Congo and Kampala in Uganda. Okay, so it's like a province.
So Esau blaming it on the Hamites, man.
Right.
You know.
It says in Ituri province alone, officials have recorded 246 suspected cases and 80 deaths linked to the virus. Though only 8 cases have been definitively confirmed through testing, 8 out of 13 samples collected from various locations tested positive, heightening fears that the true toll remains hidden.
Yeah, which you gotta say what Esau said with a grain of salt, because
Right.
this could all be
We'll all be
just
hogwash.
lies. And once again, Esau using this as a fear tactic to clamp down on restriction.
Yeah.
Right? The ICE itself, sweeping through Babylon and arresting or detaining or deporting just people at will.
Yeah.
That in itself is pretty much cause flight restrictions. You got people that ain't even coming to America like that no more.
Right.
All right, you got people getting up out of America. On top of that, you got the World Cup that's gonna be taking place.
Yep.
In Mexico, America, and Canada this summer.
Right.
And that's gonna be affected because you got people don't want to come to America.
Get harassed.
They might go there. Yeah, they might. I wouldn't be surprised if Mexico and Canada had a high turnout of people visiting those World Cup games that's played in those two countries.
Mm-hmm.
But here in America is down the drain.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, because they was arresting people on their layovers and shit.
Yeah. And we talked about that too. We had said that.
Yep.
We had said that, man. You on a fucking layover. You going to Canada from Europe or something. You have a layover in Vegas or something, and you getting detained.
Yep.
You know that.
Right.
And now you in some foreign country you ain't never been to.
Ain't never been to.
Hey, when you go on some of these job websites that's supposed to link you with jobs or even show you what jobs are available in your area, there's a whole bunch of postings for ICE, man. Immigration and Custom Enforcement. There's a whole, like,
bonuses and
there's
shit.
a whole bunch of postings for that shit all over the place, man. You know?
Trying to get you with that bonus.
And you don't think about ICE as much no more because that's not what's prevalent in the news. You know, you'll hear more about the Iran war or these pandemics that's happening, these sicknesses that's happening, diseases or whatnot. You don't really hear about ICE that much no more.
They're still defunded right now.
But they still out there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They still out there in these they still snatching people from their homes, man.
Yeah.
That's still happening. You know what I mean? Man. That's still going on. It's just that's not what's pushed forward in the news right now. That's not in the news cycle. You know what I'm saying? But it's still going on.
Yeah. But all this is Esau clamping down on restricting people their travel.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because if you got people centrally located, it's easier to round them up, control them, and know who's who, what you're doing, where you're going, where you're coming from.
Right.
Versus people being able to move about freely, you know, going into these airlines.
You don't just let you
Shut them down.
don't just let your flock go all willy nilly, man. You got to keep them kind of bunched up.
Yeah.
So you can actually watch over them. If they can go over the hill that way, you can't see them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why Esau got these cities built. Yeah. All right, these metropolitan cities, you know, and he's now building these smart cities, you know, 15-minute cities. All right. So even with the airlines, you know, Spirit Airlines closing down.
Mm-hmm.
What was the other one that's not doing good? Delta. I think another airlines is not doing so well. Can you look that up?
Yeah, I'm gonna do some research.
So that is another, because people, everybody want to be on some passport bro shit now. You know, Americans know this place is played out as whack. So when they go on vacation and go somewhere, they want to go overseas somewhere. You know, go to Europe, go to the Caribbean islands, you know, go to Mexico, things like that. That requires you hopping on an airplane, all right? And even just domestic travel, you know, East Coast to the West Coast, North to the South. You know, it's a lot of jakes just hopping on planes to go see families all spread out in different countries, different states and whatnot. So people would much rather just fly versus drive. You know, driving to from fucking California to New York. That's 3 days versus you hopping on a couple-hour flight. Right. But Esau wants to do away with all that, which is why he's got all these orchestrated events happening. You know, as the elder Yashawamba was going into a poly crisis, a whole bunch of different things happening. That Esau is using to paint and control the narrative. Yeah. Go ahead with what you got to watch.
I just had this from Politico from the 18th. Just real quick, the Centers for Disease Control Prevention is suspending entry into the U.S. for 30 days for travelers who have visited areas where there's an ongoing outbreak of Ebola virus.
Yep. So if you're coming from East Africa, for the most part, there's a travel restriction coming here to America.
Yeah. The restriction does not apply to U.S. citizens, U.S. nationals, or lawful permanent residents returning from Ebola outbreak areas.
Yeah, so if you're affected with that and you want to come to America and you're not a citizen or any of what was just said, you can't come. But you can be affected with that shit and
come back home.
And and you're gonna be patient 0.
Mm.
We've been looking for you.
Right.
Finally.
They're gonna pull out that the temperature scanner.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as your shit fucking,
Pop their glove on.
you know what I'm saying? As soon as it go over as soon as that beep, they gonna slap Ebola on your forehead
Right.
and admit you to the damn hospital, man.
Yep.
Go ahead with that. I appreciate it, bro.
All right, this is Daniel 12:1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people.
Yeah, that time is right around the corner, man. All right, because with all the steps being taken, you know, by all the world governments, it's just building block put on top of building block,
Yeah.
you know, to fully submit that MOTB infrastructure. You know, so during that time, you know, Michael is gonna have to, you know, by way of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, is gonna have to stand and defend the children of Israel, man. Because we don't got no power outside of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. We don't guns.
Right.
You Homo sapiens and your guns.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So primitive.
Yeah, we don't got even if you had a tank.
Right.
Yeah, the one nigga in the hood with a helicopter.
Right. Right.
But with limited ammunition.
Right.
We got a couple drones.
Right.
Tiny bit of gas.
So yeah.
Yeah.
What's that gonna do, man?
Yeah. That's short sighted, thinking that you can carnally fight off Esau Edom, man. That's short sighted when he has governments and militaries.
Yeah, you got
Right.
resources.
And you got a small militia of less than 50 men
YNs.
Yeah.
less than 50 men combat ready.
YNs.
But
YNs
they don't know how to shoot.
Yeah.
They want to either hold it sideways or they shooting like this because they, you know what I'm saying, over the top of the car shooting like this, man.
Yeah. You got the chain of command. You got the OGs. You know what I'm saying? That whole early generation thing. You got the OGs, and then you got the unks.
Right,
You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
In the YNs.
Mhm.
But it's all the chain of command, and these niggas trying to band together to come against the government. That shit wouldn't work, man.
Ain't no way.
You know?
Reading on, it says, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time.
Yeah, so since the world was formed and nations became nations on earth, what we are about to see is going to be the craziest shit you could ever imagine. You know what I'm saying? One dropping dead, man. Getting sick. You know, that jump shot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Those that took that jump shot, passing. You got people that, you know, family members that been passing from taking that.
Mm-hmm.
And then those that's holding on is like, they at their wits end. You know what I'm saying? That they you know,
Body
just can't take it no more.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Shit, my sister had to go to the hospital the other day because she was all lightheaded and couldn't even talk right and shit. So I'm talking to my aunt. So my aunt's telling me all this, and I'm just like, that fucking jab, man.
Damn.
That fucking jab. Like, I told you. Fucking told you.
My mama not too long ago had to go to the hospital for high blood pressure, man. You know, which if it's clogging up your arteries, you gonna, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Which, you know, that makes me think that she took that shit, man.
The juice.
And I remember during that shit, I told her, hey, don't take it.
Yep.
But she's a grown woman. She ain't gonna listen. You know, I'm her child. She ain't gonna listen to me. So, you know, she ain't gonna tell me if she took it or not. But I got reason to believe that she took it, man. You know?
Yeah, man. So a lot of family members are they're gonna be dropping and going back to the spirit world, which really them not being in the truth, whether they were in the truth or not, you know, being in this like the Apostle Paul said, man, he was stuck betwixt two.
Mm.
Now his only want to be here our desire to be here on earth was to push the word.
Right.
Outside that, the spirit world is far better than this bullshit.
Right.
And then if you got family members that you know they ain't thinking about nothing righteous. You can tell them until you blue in the face. They don't want to hear shit you talking about when it comes to serving Yahweh Shem Yahweh. The best bet for that person is to die and go back to the spirit world.
That's right.
Because they're confined in chains of darkness, just bugged out of their minds,
Right.
tossed to and fro by every wind of doctrine.
And it's better for them to die in these times versus the times to come.
Yep.
You know, it's better for them to die, you know, right now, versus having to suffer through these hardships that we're talking about. You know what I'm saying? The fullness of the Jacob's trouble.
Yeah.
Having to go through that, man. Having to go through apocalyptic times where you know, they either starving to death or, you know, getting bust over the head by whoever broke into their house, or, you know what I'm saying? Cannibalism. You know what I'm saying? It's better for them to die now, you know, in this peace, so-called peace, than for them to have to face down, you know, suffer through the things that's coming, only to receive death by missile fire, man.
Pax Babylonian.
Yeah.
Hey,
dying from a heart attack now is better than having to die from missile fire.
Yeah.
By far.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Or starving to death.
Or starving to death. Yeah.
Or some wild ass animals eating.
Right. You name it.
Some cannibals.
Yeah, I was just about to say that some Edomite eating your ass.
Damn, Alex Jones and him and his family.
After they grape you.
Right.
You know, fucking put you on ice in their provisions for the winter.
Damn.
They gonna make you last through the winter.
Golly, man.
So it's
You
fresh.
know?
Hey, that's
On some Hannibal Lecter
hey,
shit, man.
Alex Jones got your ass.
And they got you in the deep freeze. I've been watching them damn videos of you know, the cops interrogation or finding shit. It's always the fucking deep freeze, man. Those deep freeze that sit. You know what I'm saying?
The refrigerator lid on his back.
Yeah, the 4 foot high deep freeze. It's always a body in that motherfucker, man. You know, cops, whenever they gotta do a welfare check because this person ain't been seen or whatnot, and they go into the roommate's got a goddamn deep freeze. They already know that motherfucker in there, man.
Damn. Right next to the deer meat.
Right next to the bro, in a little bit in bags, in garbage bags, right there in this fucking deep freeze, bro. Go ahead, bro.
Yep. And at that time, that people
Yo,
shall
got freezer burn and shit.
All kind of freezer burn, bro. Damn. Go ahead, bro.
And at that time, that people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book.
Hey, that remnant that we started with,
Mm-hmm.
you know, that's the remnant is gonna be found written in the book. That's who's gonna have provisions laid out for them. That's who's gonna be protected, you know, guided, you know, through the Holy Spirit.
Right.
You know, in which investing into Yahweh Shem Yahushua now, you know, allows you to withdraw from that spiritual bank account in those times to come. You know.
And many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life, and some to contempt, or some to shame and everlasting contempt.
Yeah, because those that denied the Lord on this side, didn't want to hear the good news, the gospel, is gonna wake up in the kingdom and realize how blinded they were. You know, how truth. Everybody wants to know the truth. You know what I'm saying? When you was little, you know what I'm saying? Like the thought of like, what's the truth? What's the truth? What's the truth? You know what I'm saying? You might believe in God, but you want to know like the absolute truth.
Mm-hmm.
And then here in the last days is right in front of your face, and you got our people that are so blinded on the account of Yahweh Shem Yahushua blinding them that they can't even perceive the truth when it's screaming in their ears, man.
Right.
So in the kingdom they're gonna be in a state of shame and contempt, like fuck, man.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, damn, I fucked up. Yeah.
When the truth
You
was
know?
presented to them, they rejected it, man.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
because they didn't like the fashion in
Who
which
was
it came
coming from?
right.
Too.
They didn't like the fashion in which it came. It didn't come all glorious and like a celebrity.
You know, it didn't come from some pale
Right.
my hands.
Translucent. What's your boy? The announcer, the one that looks like a bird. His hand. What's that nigga's name, man? He's always on the side. If you watch boxing, he looks like a fucking parakeet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He got a big ass head, tall white dude.
Yeah.
But he's one of the commentators.
Start with an M.
Mullen Mannix.
Yeah,
Chris
Mannix.
Mannix.
Oh, big bro.
That nigga's hand is pale white, man.
Yeah.
It's like the color white. It's like a napkin white.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like no blood flow.
So if it ain't a hand like that, handing it, accept it, because they'll accept if the white man, just like we've been talking about, if the white man tells them that they need to take the juice, they're gonna take it, man.
Yes, man.
But if somebody that looks like them tell them not to take it, they ain't gonna listen. You know? So, you know, it's constantly playing out like that, where they don't like the package that the truth actually comes in. You know, because it's not all flashy, it's not it doesn't appeal to the world because it's not of the world, man. You know? It doesn't come in the fashion of the world because it's not of the world.
It doesn't satisfy their flesh.
Right. You know, hey, Yahweh Shai said, if you was of the world would love its own. But because you are not of the world has rejected you because they rejected me. You know, I might be mixing a couple of scriptures there. Yeah, I might be mixing a couple of them up, but you know, the point's there, man. We're not of the world. Our message isn't of the world. So people that's of the world, people that's carnal, it's not going to resonate with them, man. Yeah. You know?
They want a Batman doctrine.
Right. Batman. I'm sorry.
They want a Batman doctrine. A damn a black cave with fucking bat droppings falling from the damn ceiling. And that echo of water dripping.
Right.
You know, they want that doctrine.
Right.
Which is why we, as we read in Zephaniah 1, we searched Jerusalem with candles. What it say in the NLT?
Yeah.
The darkest corners of Jerusalem. Hey, you see that bat in that corner?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And the bat in the corner is a nigga that don't want to hear the truth.
Right. Exposing it.
Was that it on Daniel?
I believe so, yeah. All
right. Grab Second Ezra and then we'll wrap it up.
Okay. This is Second Ezra, chapter 15. I'm gonna read verse 6 and then I'm gonna jump down just because verse 6 is pretty good with what we've been talking about. Mm-hmm. This is Second Ezra chapter 15 verse 6. It says, "For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled."
Man, our wickedness is there was a TikTok video I had seen earlier. There's somebody recording like TikTokers or whatever complaining and uploading it to YouTube. But the dude was saying pretty much like everything is evil. Like, is there any genuinely good people on earth anymore? You know what I'm saying? And that just goes to show that this world is just completely saturated in evil. We mentioned it, you know, in the last couple of weeks. It's been coming up on Genesis, how the Lord, he flooded the earth because it seemed that it was just the mind of the man he created of the, you know, the human race was just completely, they just want to do some rebellious demonic shit.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And then the you know, the sons of Adam tapped into that as well.
Yep.
So the Lord's like, I'm gonna drown all you niggas, man.
Right.
You know, so that's why the Lord, it's so much judgment that's going out on a daily basis and going to continue to go out on a daily basis because a lot of people on this earth got to die. Yep. Which is why, you know, when the Apocrypha mentions that the road to come is for few.
Yep.
And this road is for many. I'm gonna grab that. And the road to come is for few.
Yep. It says, therefore, saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto
Yeah.
me.
What the wickedness that these people exercise themselves in, man. Transhumanism.
Golly.
Changing your plumbing.
Oh yeah.
You know, homosexuality, lesbianism,
The idolatry
idolatry,
and
adultery.
Yeah. Yep.
adultery, damn, bestiality.
That story Jake was telling. That you know what I'm saying?
Oh, what story?
The story Jake was talking about the
Oh,
landlord and the
yeah.
wife
The
or
landlord.
whatever.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Your landlord banging your girlfriend.
Right.
Golly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this world is evil, man.
Right.
And if you want to stay here, your ass gonna die.
Yep.
You know?
If you want to stay here, that means that you enjoy the wickedness that's around
You're
you,
a
man.
demon.
A part of us, a part of the suffering, right? You're a demon. Hey, the part of, hey, you better believe it. Hey, a part of the suffering that we are going through right now is that we recognize that we're around nothing but wickedness, man.
Yeah.
We was talking about that a little bit at camp this last week. We recognize the wickedness that's around us, and we want out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We don't want to remain here for longer than we need to. Lord, we ask the Lord daily, Baba Kasha, come and deliver us speedily, man. You know, come and get us out of this place, because we want out. We don't want to stay here. Anyone who wants to stay here, that means you must enjoy it here, man.
Yeah.
You know, we recognize that we are in punishment. We're prisoners here. Okay, we're captives here. We're not here to enjoy ourselves, man. You know, so that's a part of that patience that the brother was talking about a little earlier.
Yeah, you're Batman if you want to stay here.
Right.
Yeah.
Batman. It says,
we are Superman.
right,
All right.
right. It says, and the souls of the just complain continually.
Man, on a daily basis, man, me and this brother be driving to work. Work ain't even started yet. We get in the car. We might not even say nothing for the first minute, and then
Right.
as soon as we pull up, just a sigh of grief, like, fuck. All right, you ready, brother?
Right.
Yeah. All right. And then we get out of the car and then do what we gotta do, man. But hey, the souls of the just complain continually.
Hey, this morning, you know what I'm saying, we had a conversation going on the way in, and like I wasn't really paying attention, and the way we park away from the building, but there's a specific time that we actually get out the car to go inside to get, you know what I'm saying, to get to work or whatnot, and because we show up a little early, but I wasn't even really paying attention to all of it. I was, you know what I'm saying, me and his brother was just chopping it up, but then the moment I actually stepped out the car and turned around and looked at the building, that's when it hit me, like yo, like fuck, you know what I'm saying, like fuck, man, back again.
Groundhog
You know?
Day. Fucking Groundhog Day, man.
That's a good one, Groundhog Day.
Mhm.
You know, it says therefore, I'm sorry, and therefore saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them.
Mhm.
Behold, my people is led like a flock to the slaughter.
Yeah, there's been a lot of bloodshed at the hands of Babylon the Great. You know what I'm saying? Even Jake that killed each other is a result of Esau's indoctrination.
Right.
So Esau got blood on his hands, and there's a lot of videos where you got white people crashing out, chimping out. You got Edomites bugged out because Jake is not affected by these high gas prices and food prices and the state the economy's in, and would it be in a sinking ship. Jake is just like, fuck it.
Right.
We've been dealing with this all these years, hundreds of years, and now y'all get to feel what it feel like to be us.
Right.
So Jake is sitting back, you know, just observing shit. And that got these Edomites bugged out of their minds, man. Bugged out of their minds. But they know they're guilty, and it's a bunch of blood on their hands that they got to pay for. Because a lot of these Edomites you see was responsible for some of the heinous shit that was done to our forefathers in captivity.
Oh yeah.
You know, other countries. You know what I'm saying? So on and so forth.
Yep. It says, I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt.
Yeah, so that remnant, the Lord, ultimately for the remnant, here it is, Yahushua went on the cross, became the sacrifice for the elected nation of Israel, All right, and through the elected, the rest of the nations are gonna come back. The 2/3 will come back through the loins of the elect.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so with those souls being precious to Yahweh, being that they were given to him of the Heavenly Father Yahweh, when it's time for Yahweh to come back on our rescue mission, he's eager to do that. Being that, all right, you know, the time is up. When the Lord gives when the Lord Yahweh when Yahweh gives Yahweh the green light to come back and rescue us, the Lord's not going to drag his feet.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He's going to fulfill his name. He's going to show why his name is Yahweh
Mm-hmm.
being that he's going to deliver his elect.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you got a little brother, he call you, and there's some white boys beat him up
Right.
at the park. Man, you ain't gonna be putting on your shirt.
Right. Taking all day.
No, you gonna, man. Hey,
You gonna
what
stop?
that?
You
What
gonna
that
stop
look
and
like?
get a bite to eat?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, go get a haircut real quick.
Yeah, man.
All right, let me get my haircut.
You know
I'll be
what I'm
over
saying?
there.
I gotta swing past Shaniqua house real quick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Handle some business. I'll be able. You know what I'm talking about? Like
you gonna get over there quick.
Right.
So you can show why you the big brother.
As fast as possible.
Yep.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
gonna lay down law.
Right. Right. So yeah, Yahweh Shai's gonna come back quick, man.
Mm-hmm.
It says, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before.
Yeah, and that mighty hand and stretched out arm is Yahweh ultimately.
Yep. And will destroy all the land thereof.
Yeah, so Esau in Babylon, it's gonna be completely destroyed. All right, you're gonna have plague upon plague, pestilence, jacking this place up just to be the cherry on top, being the ICBM missiles.
Yep. Yep.
Ultimate pestilence.
And you got the Lord doing a work on you know what I'm saying, because it's breaking people's American spirit. That American spirit is
Thruski.
Bro, it's getting dragged through the mud, man.
Thruski.
You still got some of those hardcore ones that's trying to hold on to it, but everybody's recognizing that this ain't it, man.
Yeah, where all the red hats at, man?
Yeah. Ain't nobody wearing them shits no more. Hey, we know that there's somebody that was a supporter, and they took their flag down, man.
Damn.
Or not their flag, they had a little sign out.
Yeah.
They removed their sign, man. They had that sign out. They had it out
For about a year after he got elected.
They had it out.
Sticker in the car.
They was down for it, but now, hey, ain't no trace of that no more. You know what I'm saying?
Must not have got that phone he ordered.
Right. Must not have got the phone. Hey, and this is beautiful. We love seeing the downfall of this place, man. All right, that is a little bit of the joy we're able to get from this, you know, because we're constantly vexed with the wickedness that we're surrounded by. But on the other end of that is that we're able to actually see the downfall of our enemy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it says Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plagues and punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it. That they that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fail through their seed shall fail through the blasting in hell, and with fearful constellation. Woe to the world.
Yeah, this land is not the land, the soil's not fertile. You know what I'm saying? The Most High got droughts in certain places, blight.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Even when you read in part of the curses in Deuteronomy, which apply to us, obviously, the Israelites, they mention the locusts eating up the crops.
Mm-hmm.
You know, now the curses being shifted onto Esau. Anything that can go wrong for Esau, the Lord is having it go wrong for his ass now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
This America's ultimately going to become a big ass food desert.
Oh yeah.
Being that they don't honor the land seller.
Yeah. And all that water is going to these data centers instead of to irrigation.
Yep. And the only food they're gonna have available is the ultra processed food, man. The shit that they're creating, you know. It says
what's that? Guano? Bat shit or something?
Mm-hmm.
Don't they put that in the
Some.
They put that in the makeup, man. You know? Chicago. That's funny.
What is that, inventory?
Yeah. When they was looking for that guano.
Yeah.
Literally.
Oh, man. Hey, like the brother said, man, this is fun. This is beautiful for us, man.
Right.
Like,
it's a little bit of the joy we're able to actually
Yeah.
receive, and we know that the Lord gives us that, so that way we're not overwhelmed.
yeah, you don't blow a head gasket.
You're not
Crash
overwhelmed with all of, you know what I'm saying? Because the wicked, it's great when you think about how much wickedness is here. Man, it's surrounded.
appalling.
We're behind enemy lines all the way through. You know, it's far above our heads, man.
Right.
You know, so the Lord allows us to actually be able to find some humor in the fact that this place is crumbling beneath our feet, man.
Hey, Ephesians 6, spiritual wickedness in higher places.
Yep.
That's what we battle against, man.
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
You know, so, and the bishops in Connecticut this past week was saying that, you know, as judgment comes on these people, we're gonna be laughing.
Right.
Mhm.
You know.
And the Lord said that when your calamity, well, how's that worded? I will laugh at that calamity, man. You know,
Proverbs.
it says, when your fear cometh. Right.
When your fear cometh as calamity.
Yep. So he's gonna laugh through the prophets, man. You know, it says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands.
Yeah.
For there shall be sedition among men, and abating one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
Yeah, civil war, class war, race war.
Yeah.
You know.
All of their top dogs getting taken out. You know, Pete Hedgehog and Cash Patel. All these, you know, high ups gonna be getting taken out by your average Joe Budweiser drinking ass fucking American.
Right.
You told me I was gonna get a phone. They gonna be getting their ass whooped.
Fuck.
These elected governors and all that.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody gonna be because you know the government's gonna I decreed it, and ain't nobody gonna be listening to that shit, man. It's gonna be complete anarchy, you know, because that whole government system is about to fall apart.
Yeah.
It says a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able.
Yeah, that being them restrictions. All right, that was going into the lockdowns. You know, you want to go see grandma, visit grandma. You know, grandma is a widow living by herself. Everything locked down. You don't know if grandma dead or alive.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Grandpa, same thing with grandpa. Fucking loved ones in the hospital.
Right.
So, man, it's gonna get crazy. Just the hospital just filled with dead bodies.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
The morgue's overflowing.
Well, not even overflowing. Nobody's going to the damn to the morgue to the
right.
Where you die is where you gonna lay. You there until animals come to eat you or whatever the case may be. Society has collapsed. The people that take care of the cities and clean up this and all that. Ambulance, somebody have a heart attack, they put them in the ambulance, take them to the hospital, or they died in the hospital, so now they take them downstairs to the freezer, and then from there the coroner come pick them up and do an autopsy to get them prepared for. Everybody that got those jobs I don't give a fuck about that. How am I gonna eat?
Right. Right.
How are my kids gonna eat? No water.
Right. No power.
You know, it's the winter time. Fucking it's cold. Like that's what's coming, man.
Yep.
That's what's coming.
Yep.
And it's gonna be a crazy time, man.
Yep.
Crazy time.
Their solution for that is gonna be that RFID microchip, man.
Yep.
For you to be able to get out of this, you want society back. You want some structure back. You know, from this archaic way of living, this chaos. If you want structure, then you're gonna have to, fully assimilate into this new system that we have. Which is going to involve individuals getting that RFID microchip. Or else you're gonna have to stay with no power, and they're gonna be looking to evict you. You know what I'm saying? Come and get you out because you can't pay your mortgage or you can't pay whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? Things are about to be wild, and then ultimately it says it's gonna be a great temptation, man. All right, such has never been upon the earth before. You know, it's gonna be a great temptation. The best way to tempt people, take away everything they got, to where it's like, okay, if you want to go back to the way you remember living, to have any sense of normalcy, because you know everybody's trying to look things to get back to normal. If you want things to get back to normal, then you're gonna have to come and bow.
And the easiest way to tempt people is with food, because you need
yeah.
that to food and water. You need that to survive.
Yeah.
Without food, people will stop. They'll stop thinking logically.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When that hunger instinct is the only thing you can think about is how hungry you are. You stop thinking logically. You only thinking about how you can fill your belly, how you can stop that feeling of hunger.
Which proves that is the fact that I believe it's 2 weeks without food and water, your ass will start eating humans.
Yeah.
Letting you know you ain't thinking logically. If you like fucking, I'm gonna just next person I see, I'm like, you just fucking attack them like a dog with whatever strength you got.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And eat them like Jacob's eating them quails. You know what I'm saying?
Raw.
Like,
damn. Yeah, they eating quails raw when they just had, you know what I'm saying? They just had a meal. They just had manna. It's not like they went days without eating. You just ate yesterday, nigga.
yeah.
But it wasn't meat though. You know what I'm saying?
Protein, I want protein.
Yeah. But you can only go 7 days without water before your ass drop dead. You know? But when things really get scarce like that, like the brother said, the family pets, what pet? You know, all these people that, me and my dog. Up here, they love their dogs out here.
Oh my goodness.
That dog gonna be one of the first ones to go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Barbecue.
They gonna get their lunch chicken on. You know?
The Filipino cuisine.
The Filipinos. Did you want me to continue on that?
No, I mean that's pretty much the point.
You want me to get the 16th chapter?
No, grab Second Ezra 8 and read 1 and 1 through 3.
It's Second Ezra chapter 8, verse 1.
You can break it down to what?
Second Ezra chapter 8, verse 1, it says, "And he answered me, saying, The Most High have made this world for many, but the world to come for few."
Right. So, hey, especially right now, because of the judgment that's going to come, there's a high population of people on this earth. You know, they talking about, there's too many people, global warming, this, that, and the third. But the Lord got it that way because this is a great day of judgment. And so he made this place for many. You know, anybody can, come get this judgment. But for the world to come, the kingdom of heaven is for very few. Because if you think about it, something that choice and that glorious, you don't give to a bunch of people.
Right.
Even if you have something that an oil you made or, something that's real special to you, you're going to value it with a few people amongst you. You ain't going to give it to just any old buddy walking down the street.
Well, if anybody can get it, then what's the value of it, man?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? If it's free for any and everybody to just come and obtain, like how Christianity says it is, then what's the value for it? What's the incentive for you to do the right thing if just anybody who lives their life any old way can come and obtain it, man?
Right.
What are you fighting for then? What will be the point?
Yeah, even like restaurants, certain restaurants, restaurants be having a secret menu.
Right.
That's not public knowledge like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The average person don't go in there and request something off the secret menu.
Right.
But people that
that are in the know. Yeah.
If you know, you know.
Right.
Just like that.
Right. And if you don't know, well, now you know. Nah, man. Because now everybody know. What's the point? You know what I'm saying?
It ain't special no more.
Right. It ain't special if it's for the many. If everybody can grab it, man.
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
That's why the Lord said that he made them a peculiar treasure.
Right.
So his elect, hopefully us, are a part of that number as well. is a very, very special unto the Lord. So he gave them a world with only you and like fellows like you can come here and partake in
Right.
this and enjoy this beautiful thing that I made for you.
Right.
And the rest, they got, they got their thing, but the choice of this, the glory of this, everything that is desired of this is for you.
Right.
And that's what the elect know they're fighting for. And we don't want to let the Heavenly Father down, man. We want him to look upon us with grace and mercy and love, and not, distaste and anger,
Right.
because we couldn't cross that finish line. No, we want to be of those that either die manfully for this thing, or be of those that taste not of death.
Yep.
And be delivered and beamed up in them chariots, man.
That's right. Because 144,000 is a very small number
Very small.
when you think of billions. With Israel being as the sands of the sea, there's damn near 9 billion people that's upon the earth. That's not including the souls that's in the spirit world. All right. So you can accurately say that there are billions of Israelites, man. I'm not saying that there's 9 billion Israelites. I'm saying that there are, with Israel being the biggest nation, there's billions of Israelites,
It's
man.
at least a million.
You know what I'm saying? So 144,000 out of that is a very, very small number, man.
Right.
That's a small number when you just think of 10 million. 144,000 is a small, minute number when you go to the factor of 10 million. So a billion, which is 1,000 million, okay, that number is very small, man. So it's for just a few, the world to come.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, brother.
That was 0.
Okay. I'm sorry, I was reading, wasn't
Mhm.
I? My bad, brother. It says, oh, you was breaking it down.
Yeah.
Okay. It says, I will tell thee a similitude, Ezra, as when thou askest the earth, it shall say unto thee that it giveth much wood whereof earthen vessels are made.
Hey, look.
I'm sorry, that it giveth much mold whereof earthen vessels are made.
Yeah, look at earthen vessels like pottery, clay. There's a lot of clay that can be found in the earth.
Oh
Yeah.
It's everywhere.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead.
But little dust that gold cometh of.
Yeah, gold. The ratio of gold and clay in the earth is not equal.
Which is why gold is
precious.
considered a precious metal, a precious resource, whereas clay isn't considered precious, or dirt itself isn't considered precious, because it's everywhere. It's all over the place.
You got to dig out a whole side of a mountain to get this much gold.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's
Right.
not abundant on the earth, and therefore, like unto the elect.
Right. It says, even so is the course of this present world.
Mm-hmm.
There is
this present world. Look at the nation of Israel, as the brother was going into, an elect, a remnant, 144,000, 1/3. That's a small number in comparison to all the Israelites that's on the planet, and then on top of that, everybody in total that's on the planet. Those righteous souls that's gonna shine forevermore that's a minute number, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Which again, that's not counting the ones that's in the spirit world.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is folds more. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I keep. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting here looking at what I'm supposed to be reading too. That's what's messed up.
Get ready for him to start reading, so you can read along.
So I can play. Yeah, that's right. Hey, it says there be many created, but few shall be saved.
Yeah, many souls have been created. Yep.
For there be many created, but few shall be saved.
Yeah, many souls have been created, but some under salvation, some under destruction, and that small number of those that have been called out of that creation, to be special, hey man, you're gonna see faith like you've never seen on the earth.
Mhm.
Because in order to make it through much tribulation, you really gonna have to be on that wisdom and knowledge.
Yep.
You know, everything that we've been given, this breath of life that we've been blessed with, is what's gonna keep us in that day.
Right.
And that large number of people, they don't have that, right? This is a gift, and it's a special gift because it's given unto a few that will cherish it.
Right.
You know, a lot will hear this word. There's many that have been created, many that have heard the word of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, but only the elect are going to keep that.
That sincere faith. You know what I'm saying? That honest, true, sincere faith is a very, very precious thing that has been given to only a few, only those that was truly written within the book. All right, everybody else, you may have faith, but your faith it's not deep enough, man. You know, it doesn't stretch far enough. It's not strong enough to endure when the winds actually start blowing and the waves kick up. You know what I'm saying? It's not strong enough to keep you afloat. You know, that doubt is going to find its way to be able to creep up in there. You know, because there's individuals that may be sincere in the moment, but then as things change, that moment may change, man. Their faith was only for a select amount of time before it was to be taken away from them. You see what I'm saying? So only the elect is the ones that's going to be that true remnant that even when all this, even when all this starts to pile on and starts to come and get real heavy, their faith is solid enough that they can stand strong, even though they got the weight of the world on them.
That's right.
You know?
You was holding something? Can end off in Jeremiah 1:5, and then we'll wrap it up.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 1, verse 5. It says, "Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee, and before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee, and I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations."
And that's how we're gonna make it. Being that the Lord ordained us, foreknew us,
Right.
knew that we was gonna be doing this, gave us the gift of faith.
Yep.
All through, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, believing in Yahushai, as the Elder Wamba would say, death, burial, and resurrection. That's how we're gonna make it up out of here.
Right.
But brother, got anything else?
Keep fighting, man.
That's right.
It's gonna get tough, but we just maintain the course. You know, keep putting one foot in front of the other and keep relying on Yahweh Shem Yahushai. You're gonna be able to make it through.
Yeah, what's it saying? Second Ezra, in the guide for those that trust him.
Mm-hmm. Oh
Matter of fact, let's grab it real quick.
yeah. No, that's a
16.
good one. Yep.
We'll end off on that.
Yep. Second Ezra
For the third
16.
time.
Yeah. It's this
We
one
have
after
to-
this
we
one for
just-
sure.
this-
After
this-
this one for
this-
sure.
this-
Just after this one. Just after this one. Oh man, this is Second Ezra chapter 16 verse. I'm gonna start at verse 75. Okay, actually, I'm gonna start at verse 74. I'm gonna start at verse 73. It says, "Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire."
Yeah, we're approaching them times in which it's going to be definitively known who are the chosen of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Just let that microchip roll out, man.
Right.
Right.
You're going to know who's who.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
That's gonna expose everything, man.
Yeah.
You know, that's really going because you got some people that's rah right now. We're gonna see. You know.
That's why it's always Lord willing.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. "Hear, O ye my beloved, saith the Lord, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. Be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for the Most High is your guide, and the guide to them who keep my commandments and precepts, saith the Lord power. Let not your sins weigh you down, and let not your iniquities lift up themselves."
Right, which is why you got to strive to be perfect as Yahweh Shai was perfect. Which we know we ain't gonna be perfect, but the aspiration and the desire and the works, all right, of a righteous man, being exercised within you, shows the Heavenly Father that this man's trying.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? On a daily basis.
Yep.
Right?
Stepping
And
in
with,
them. It's lucky.
no, go ahead, bro.
Just stepping in the footsteps.
Right.
Hey, how should I lay down?
Yeah. And that's pleasing to the Heavenly Father. He know we're in hell, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But with that, that's going to be, the Lord is going to be with you and work with you and protect you from a lot of shit that this world is, that Satan, the fiery darts that Satan throws at us.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Just real quick. Proverbs chapter 3, verse 25. Be not afraid of sudden fear, neither of the desolation of the wicked when it cometh. For the Lord shall be thy confidence, and shall keep thy foot from being taken.
Yeah. There's going to be a lot of bodies dropping. And when that happens, you got to just, don't freak out and tweak out. You know, when you get a phone call, man, so-and-so died, so-and-so died, so-and-so died.
Right.
Co-workers dying, bosses dying, all it's just gonna be a lot of judgment just raining down on the earth, and you just gotta keep your Spartan reserve and always forward.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
with your mind fixated on the kingdom of heaven and doing what's pleasing to Yahweh Shem Shai.
That's right.
You know.
Yep.
But, was that in Esdras?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, so with that, we're going to wrap it up. Once again, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha, Kodash.
Double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Well, to you brothers sincerely pushing the word of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, and you brothers that was on the comment board, Shalom.
Shalom.
All right, Shalom.